Solomon! Greetings YouTube, welcome back to Zero AD Newbie Rush. I'm Jim Kogan and massive apologies for the missing video last week. Usual kind of stuff, life in general kind of got in the way of my YouTube sort of ambitions, but we are back this week. It's not 4v4, it's 3v3 this week, and a good lineup, some very familiar players. Let's just rip straight into it and see what we've got, shall we? Starting with Team 1 in the north. Here we have, in the orange, Akazid. Haven't featured them for a few weeks, always exciting to see Akazid playing as the Persians. No rating, but anybody who watches this channel basically knows Akazid is the player formerly known as Decisive backwards, Akazid, who was a player somewhere in the 1800s last time we featured them as Decisive. It's fair to say that they are as good, if not better, than they were when they were in their former identity, and they're always exciting to watch, especially famous for Cavalry, and we'll see how they do in this game. Moving on, we have playing as the Iberians in the yellow, Breakfast Burrito 007. Featured them a few times, tidy player. Iberians, interesting, they're not on... This is a bit weird, this, because normally with 4v4 you have two people in the middle and two flanks. It's flanks the majority here, and the person in the nice safe pocket zone in the middle is the best defended civ here. The Iberians, it's Breakfast Burrito 007, and no rating, but a tidy player as we have seen in the past. I'm looking over, it looks like Akazid has already got some Cav marauding around. We'll keep an eye on the dots, see if anybody attacks anybody with Cav. But rounding out Team 1 in the north, it is Farabundo. Farabundo rated 1414. I've seen them once or twice before. I think they're a good team player. We'll see how they do without the, in this much more exposed sort of flank position. You're very much on your own. Support is a fair way away if you get attacked on a flank in a 3v3 on this size map. Haven't mentioned the map. It's a mainland, medium, Aegean, Anatolian map. We've seen 4v4s on this, but there's a lot more space for individuals, this being 3v3. Let's have a look at Team 2. So, Team 2 playing as the Gauls in the green, Cousin. Or Cousine if it's French. I suppose it'd have an E on the end if it was Cousine. We'll go with Cousin. Don't know who's Cousin, but it's Cousin. No rating. Like Breakfast Burrito 007, I think Cousin is quite a tidy team player. Don't know why they haven't gone in for 1v1s in a rating system, or whether they're hiding it or whatever, but I believe Cousin knows what they're doing. Up against Akazid, who's already got 10 cav. There's surely going to be some cav attacks soon, so we will keep an eye on that. But moving along in the red, it's Raoul's playing as the Carthaginians, so possibly scope for phase 2, very nasty mercenary cav Carthaginians. Raoul's very tidy player, 1849. The game's big hitter, one of only 2 people who's actually got a rating, so what it counts for in this game, don't know. Raoul's good player, but we've seen him come off worse a few times in more recent games. Moving along, we have also playing as Persians, I believe. Yeah, Acero, a player we've seen quite a lot of lately as well. Again, another very good player. No rating. Everybody's hiding their ratings these days. But we've seen, I'm pretty sure we've seen all of these players once or twice in the past. Certainly we've seen a lot of Akazid, seen a lot of Raoul's. Acero, I believe, is also a very... It looks like a really, really evenly matched contest, this. It's gonna be, I guess, who strikes first and how, and who is exposed as a weakness. At the moment, you can't fail to notice that Akazid's Monster Cav, it's got 16 of them there. They are light cavalry, so they're ranged cav. They are coming in on this here, which is 18 women. This is going to be a slaughter. I think Cousin has dropped the ball here. There is going to be a bit of a slaughter if he doesn't get those women to safety soon. 7 of them dead, already 9. It's going to be double figures, isn't it? Yeah, they're scrambling for safety. That has probably put a bit of a spanner in the works of Cousin's development. Yeah, almost everything is ground to a halt. What's he got over here? He's got 17 women over there and not much infantry. If they'd have gone that way, then that could have been a disaster. Where is Akazid going next? They've just let him make all of that cav. I think he's going to have a pop at Raoul's next. What's Raoul's got? Raoul's has mostly women down here. That could be a slaughter. All women near the fields. A couple of infantry. Nobody's gone in for infantry over here. There's little bits and bobs, but nothing that's going to repel this. And the yeah, he knows they're coming now. He saw that. So all the women have run to safety, but he's going to lose his cav unit. So it's going for captures. There's 6 women in there, so I don't think... Will he be able to capture that? I don't think he'll be able to capture that easily. And as it stands, huge amounts of infantry being generated by Rouse to try and repel this. That house is just under halfway captured. Out comes archers. They're going to pummel the horses. They're going to need to run away sharpish because there's more horses than there are archers. And they're now getting pelted from the CCs, making pikemen as well. So not a soft target. That one's full of women as well. The storehouse, no, it's a farmstead, so we should be able to capture that. The archers come back out. Akazid still hasn't lost anything. Who's winning in terms of population? They captured the storehouse and destroyed it and lost a horse. So, yeah. Not getting as much change out of Raoul's as he did get out of Cousin, but it hasn't really slowed Cousin down too much. Akazid, obviously having focused on making all of these horses, he is propping up the population stakes, as you would imagine. He's now coming into a bit of resistance here, losing a couple of horses, but gonna... How many archers has he got there? He's got 8 archers. There's a trade-off. He's gonna lose most of the archers here. He's now feeling a bit of pain here. And it's all women. It's a mobile lot of targets. 6 losses, but 25 kills for Akazid. And they're going after the wood. He's going to get a few more here if he's quick. They're running to the hills. Yeah, more victims there. And more archers. So 10 horses left. A few of them a bit shot up there. But you'd have to say that was probably not quite as successful. Not quite as successful. Are those women still in the houses? They are. So it's kind of knackered up Raoul's early sort of strategy. The horses are coming back in for another pop at Cousin, I think. The ones that are still fit. Still got 15 horses. This is still wide open up here. And yeah, so... Cousin looks like the weak link over here. We focus purely over here. Who is winning then? So Farabundo 76, Breakfast Burrito 75. Rouse doesn't matter. He is attempted to weaken the opposition. That is his role in this whole thing. He's got some more kills there. 31 for the loss of 8. Sarah's been largely completely untouched by this. Population is 73, so he is the only one sort of competing with the population booms of Team 1 for Breakfast Burrito and Farabundo, Breakfast Burrito and Farabundo. Still, Akazid goes on. He's caused another massacre up here. So that is 35 kills, loss of 8. And it looks like this is just... It's like chess, isn't it? It's denying, making the opponents lose tempo. Will he gather up and have a go at Acero? Weaken Acero, that would be quite a thing, I reckon. Nobody appears to be looking like phasing up at the moment. Acero is sending Cousin food because every time Cousin goes to gather food, his entire work lot gets slaughtered. Where's he going? Is he going for Rowls again? How is Rowls doing? He's almost exploited fully this woodline. There's only 8 archers over there, 19 women. 21 women working on the fields. I think he's coming round for another pop over here, and that's still more attackers than there are resistors. So this is going to be more casualties. It's going to be more slowdown for Rouse. So Akazid is doing his part absolutely brilliantly. He's keeping these people down and stopping them developing, and that will leave... Sarah was the strongest of the 3. facing basically a combined force here of Farabundo and Breakfast Burrito. So it looks like Team 1 have got a plan and they are executing it brilliantly, and Akazid is absolutely running this. He has caused both Raoul's and Cousin to slow down dramatically. Cousin has certainly got a bit of a move on. He's got his population up to 80 and he's got 33 infantry. More losses here, 48 kills for the loss of 11 for Akazid, and inflicting quite a lot of damage on Raoul's now. His population can't get above 60, and he's running out of wood here. He's got a small wood line here, but you need to expand to, or maybe spread into this big wood line down here. At the moment, being totally marauded, he's got the house there. And all the women are running. They are going to get absolutely murdered. There goes one. This is going to take up to 50 kills for Akazid. Breakfast Burrito starting the town phase. Population of 121. Big spread of population there. Farabundo not far behind. Acero is keeping pace with them. He's got a couple of horses out, but at the moment the big hitter is being absolutely kept under the cosh. As we see 14th death for Akazid, but 52 kills. But it's the economic damage that he's doing. The economic damage is huge. I think he's going for Cousin again. What's he got? He's still got 12 cav out and about. There's 9 of them there, and another, yeah, there's another 4 up there. I think they're going back to have a bit of a break. Interesting. Breakfast Burrito's also got 6 cav that he can employ, but he's not gone in for it massively. So phasing up is going on. Farabundo has also reached phase 2. Rouse is phasing up. Interestingly, Acero isn't yet. He really needs to get a move on. He's got a good population. It's got decent structure. But look at this. I think this is far too defensive from Farabundo. I think if he's got any idea of the amount of damage and the amount of slowdown that that Akazid has caused, he'd be going more aggressive. We see Akazid chasing these horses of Acero over here. In the meantime, another attack coming in from the main bulk of the cav here, although some of them very, very close to death. There's 9 horses there, 56 kills for the loss of 14. If they stray in front of the CC, he's going to lose some of these. Well, yeah, there we go. Where did the others go? They still chasing? They still chasing those purple horses? I'm not sure where they've got to. I've lost track of them. But Acero, how many horses has he got? He's got none, so I'm going to assume they got murdered somewhere along the line. And still Akazid is sending the troops, sending the cav in, and all of the infantry has been taken away and brought over here. The fields, to all women down there, there is mining going on. Cousin has done quite well to get his population over 100 in the 10 minutes, but I think it's going to be Breakfast Burrito who's probably going to be in a position to phase 3 first and march down with an expansion, big army. Oh, and Akazid just ran straight into that load of infantry over there. They're building another barracks. Maybe Akazid has finished hassling Cousin for the minute. He's still got... No, he's going back in again. So they're denying house building over here. They're not targeting the 2 women. They're hiding now. They're in there. So it's just constant pestering, isn't it? Anybody looking like... Oh yeah, Acero's finally phasing up. Bit slow. Just phasing up. About to hit phase 2 now, just before 12 minutes. Raoul's still struggling with a population of 76, has not been able to get his economy going whatsoever, so he really, really needs to motor. Let's have a look at production, see who is producing what. Yeah, Raoul's is producing... he is producing phase 2 mercenary cav, so that's Raoul's plan. We're seeing a bit of cavalry expansion here from Breakfast Burrito. Is going to hassle Raoul's again as well. It's going to run straight into those mercenary cav. Where are they being produced from? I got can't find his location. Sounds like there's fighting going on. Yeah, he's come in. That's a casualty. Here they come. These are the Gallic mercenary cavalry, and there's all 14 of them. So Rouse now has got something that can match these attacks and take them down. They're coming out to meet them. We're going to have a cav battle. Breakfast Burrito goes in. I think he needs to turn around real quick and run away there, because that don't look good. Akazid is hunting. Doesn't have... So Rowles has made himself the cavalry force at the moment. We're looking for expansions. We're not seeing them. This defensive superstructure carries on. They're now starting to exploit the wood over here. It's mostly women, so it isn't an expansion. Big concentration over here by Cousin, so he's got infantry here in sight of Akazid. But it's Rouse who's now looking for... looking for quick wins, I think. He's being tracked by this cav unit of Breakfast Burrito, which will not last long. What have we got over here? That's two of Akazids who are probably going to come unstuck there. Yeah, having a bit of trouble catching them. If they turn around and fight, they will take hits. And in comes the reinforcements. So it's 16 of... 16 light cav versus 13 mercenary cav. Who is going to come out worst in this then? Intriguing. There is more reinforcement coming. There's another 4 coming up to join the battle. Probably should have got them all together, but yeah, it's the mercenaries who are winning out, but they are taking losses. Now Akazid has a problem. What does he do? He's still in phase 1. Farabundo's going to phase 3. So is Acero. So Breakfast Burrito's already there. So I would expect to see expansions. It's a good move by Rouse. He's certainly trying to keep Akazid down now. So getting his own back a little. This is retribution. Rouse has turned the kill-death ratio positive now. 46 kills. And it's all been mostly at Akazid's expense. But Akazid, has he done his part? Has he done enough? Here's a question. Iberians, Breakfast Burrito, will we see the dreaded fire cav? It's been given a free run to produce them, but I'm not seeing him produce them. Let's have a look at upgrades as well. As you would expect, Breakfast Burrito has got loads of upgrades at the moment. We're only 15 minutes coming up before just in. Rouse is causing trouble, but he's now outnumbered. Akazid, in the way that he does, has produced another 15 load of cav. So it's pretty... Look at this big horse slaughter there. We're hearing deaths as well. It's an attack by Cousin. They sneaked that one in, so they're trying to take Akazid down. They came in. Was it successful? I would say perhaps not. It looked a bit reckless. It was a lot of infantry came in. They got 12 kills. Akazid, still population right about the 60 mark, still in phase 1. Is this going to be the plan? Is it going to be Raoul's producing lots of cav and Haslett? Acero's got 38 cav as well. 45 cav now. Where are they? Let's have a look. So that's interesting. It's 40. Trying to find out where they are. There they are. Right, so they've been mobilized as well. What kind of cav are they? They're medium sort of cav as well, and this expansion goes on. So Cousin has decided to get his own back. He's got Peninsula up here. Rouse is distracting. Has he got enough infantry here to hold this off? Because this is a very real close-by problem now. There is a barracks supplying it. There's quite a lot of infantry there, more than enough to take down this amount of cav. Here goes Acero. It's all kicking off, isn't it? I think Farabundo's the only one who's been a bit disappointed. What's he got there? He's got a fortress there. But Acero is having a look trying to see if he can take out. He's taking out this lone horseman of Farabundo. Farabundo has lost that unit. Oh, here we go. Big march.
Yes.
It is swordsman, spearmen, and javelineers, and a couple of rams. So this is the worrying army. Where are they going? They're going straight for Raoul's, I suspect. Over this side, Akazid has drawn the infantry away with cavalry attack, so he's still attacking Cousin at his base. This big army are marching south. They're in one big long stream. It's a huge number that he's committing to this. In goes Cero, trying to hassle. Desperately trying to hassle. He's going to lose that house. That house is going down, and all of that careful planning to seal this off is all for naught, because they're inside the base and they're going to try and get some captures and some murders here, but lots of infantry. So it's difficult to know what he can achieve from here. He's taken fire the whole time from Farabundo's CC, which has got 20 women in it. Is he going to try and capture a barracks? He's almost there. What's the case? Got it? Has he got anybody in it? Is he going to destroy it? No, Acero making a difference, but here comes the big infantry force. The Rams are not far behind, and Rouse is going to have a lot of company here, but Rouse himself, 18 of those mercenaries, they are chopping up Akazid's infrastructure. Cousin isn't really supporting at the moment. He's just trying to strengthen this side, but this is where the danger is. Rouse is about to have a very, very, very big problem. In the meantime, Farabundo's been drawn all over the place by these horses, but nobody looks like they're going to come to Raoul's rescue. Interesting times. What have we got in terms of heroes? Yeah, he's got a hero, but he's currently in that fortress, so it's not gonna. Are they going for captures? Are they going to try and capture the CC? All the 12 horses are in there. The Rams have arrived. The infantry are there. He's taking losses. It's not been getting huge amounts of kills, but I think the idea is to just decapitate this leadership here by taking down the CC straight away. And I don't think there's much to defend it. There are the mercenary cavalry inside. But yeah, they're out now. They're going to try and get rid of the Rams. They've got one. Are they going to be killed before they get to the second one? Not looking good. That Ram's still up. They're also fixing it as it goes. And I think this could be the end of Raoul's CC. There it goes. In the meantime, Cousin has gone for another attack on Akazid. One Ram and a load of infantry. Akazid himself trying to support... Oh, look at this. They're going straight across. They're going straight for Acero. Is Acero still... Yeah, he's still getting caught up in attacks with Farabundo. There are elephants out there. But he's about to have a problem over this side. Who's this over here? This is Raoul's lot running into Acero's territory. Rouse is also trying to attack and hassle over at... over at Breakfast Burrito's base. They're fighting within the walls. I've done the unit silhouettes again, haven't I? I've been following this without unit silhouettes. Let's put the unit silhouettes on. That makes it a lot easier. This seems to be the weekly joke with me, is that I switch off the unit silhouettes while I do the screen, the thumbnail, then forget by the next game. And the other thing, you get a better idea of the size of the force that Breakfast Burrito's committed to this. Interesting. Population-wise, Royals has still got 114. The occupying force, they've got rid of Akazid's base there, so Akazid's in trouble. He's being slaughtered. If Breakfast Burrito's attack is successful here, then they will have knocked over... it could really do with Farabundo making a push here. Farabundo has been totally weighed down by the attack of this Cav. He's not responded at all. He is in deficit in terms of kill-death ratio. The infantry have arrived. Where are the rams? There's only one left, and I don't think there are more in the pipeline. No, he's got two. I don't know where the other one is at the moment. It's very rare we see Akazid almost removed entirely from the field of play. But this was all to set up this attack for Breakfast Burrito. Breakfast Burrito now bearing down. They're having a bit of trouble actually I think he'd be better off sending the Rams straight to the CC to get rid of Acero's central strong point. Maybe he's waiting for the elephants to come through. I think Farabundo has been slow with this, really. He's not been in a prime position to attack. They're leaving that CC. It's full of troops as well. Breakfast Burrito now hasn't been restocking either. He's only got a population 142. Ideally, it's Cousin who's got the biggest armies. 2 rams. I think they're going to take down Breakfast Burrito's base while Breakfast Burrito is doing this attack. The ram is now bearing down on the CC, but it's not being supported. The troops are too far away. I think they can get rid of that, and then Breakfast Burrito's left without a ram, I think. He's got another one there in reserve, but why not send the 2 of them in? If the whole aim was to get rid of all these players, Acero, has he built another CC? He's got a throne hall over there, but he hasn't got another CC. But nobody defending this CC, so that CC is going over. Akazid's horse is still causing trouble over there. It's a weird game, this one. The elephants have arrived, so that's surely going to be the end of Acero's base. Has he got another one? He hasn't. And yeah, Cousin's attack is faltered. Well, he's got through the walls. He's not going to try and take down that CC, which is strange. I don't know why he's not just pressing straight in and supporting it with his troops. He could do with knocking this over. Farabundo is now... Yeah, he's got heroes and elephants. Who's got the population? Breakfast Burrito and Farabundo have all the population. Akazid is now like a... what would you call him? He's like a mobile guerrilla force here, just hassling Cousin's infrastructure. Cousin's attack... Infantry-wise, there's not much left, but the Rams are on the CC. There's 17 women in there. Can they stop this, or is Breakfast Burrito going to lose his base? Breakfast Burrito has ripped through everywhere. Acero's down to a population of 66. I think he's in a resigning position because he hasn't got another base to go and build from. Rouse has got another CC up, but his population back up to 106, so he is a fighting force again. He's rebuilt quick. That CC, they've repelled the Rams, so they've done the business. It was close, mind. Look at that. We're seeing it now. It must have been within a couple of hits of coming down. But yeah, the Fire Cav are out. The great equalizer. If you're the Iberians, the Fire Cav came straight out and did the business. Resignations. So yeah, there we go. That's the end. Cousin resigned after that attack failed. Acero resigned after being wiped out by Breakfast Burrito, and then Rouse resigned after his teammates threw the towel in. So congratulations to Team 1. They had a plan. They executed it. It looked a bit dodgy in the middle there, but they did the business. Let's have a look at the summary. I really enjoyed that. That was quite good. So, scores. Now, yeah, it's been flagged up to me. Do you make too much about scores? I'd look at scores as a general overview. I'm interested if they do reflect what we've seen, or if, sometimes we see the scores say one thing, but the game is totally different. But it's always worth looking at just to see if it factors into when I'm picking most valuable player. I think it's quite fair here. 21,819 plays 19,404. And that military score making up the bulk of it. That I think was fair enough. But if you look at it, that victory was built on Akazid's performance. His military score was low, but it's Akazid who weakened Raoul's and Cousin. Their development was nowhere near where it should have been, and that allowed Breakfast Burrito and latterly Farabundo to get strong and to knock over the resistance. In particular, Akazid's weakening of Raoul's, who we know is a top player. Let's have a quick look at the kills. So yeah, 570 kills played as for the loss of 420. Who was top killer? Top killer, let's have a look. Breakfast Burrito by quite some distance. Rouse did get pretty mean with his mercenaries in the end, but took a lot of losses. Yeah, it's a numbers game. They killed more than the others, basically. And let's have a look at the kill-death ratio. Breakfast Burrito was an absolute murderer, killing at 2.25. This is one where this does not tell you, this and the scores do not tell you the story of the game. The story of the game was Akazid got Cavalry early, really socked it to Cousin, and then kept Rouse under the cosh for the large part of that switch into phase 2. That gave Farabundo and particularly Breakfast Burrito a massive head start to build up their troops and to expand. And as soon as he was ready, Breakfast Burrito sent a big army down, flattened Rouse, who just could not fight that off. And then it was harder, but they beat Acero with the help from Farabundo. Cousin, who was hamstrung at the beginning but did get an army through, focused on Akazid, and frankly that was the knocking over Akazid. Akazid was there to be expendable. He was purely there to cause massive hassle in phase 1 and 2, and then his work was done, and anything he did after that was like a bonus, but his part was clear. Cousin did, it's a good scalp. He got he knocked over a CC and practically eliminated Akazid as a fighting force, but did not have, by the time he got to Breakfast Burrito managed to get the fire cav out, and his forces were no match for it. And when that attack failed, if he could have got the CC down, maybe that could have changed the emphasis. But with Raoul's having lost a CC and having to rebuild, Acero having just lost a CC and being in all kinds of trouble with 2 armies killing him, and Cousin being at the wrong end of the other end of the action and failing to knock down Breakfast Burrito's CC. That could have possibly swung it the other way, although I think it would have still been Team 1 by that stage purely because of that groundwork. Now, most valuable player, it was definitely a team effort. I think certainly Akazid and Breakfast Burrito were on the same wavelength, but I've got to give it to Akazid for the effectiveness of that weakening action on Rouse and Cousin. They are evidently quite good with infantry and quite good at attacking. Cousin was effective, but it was like giving your teammates a head start at your own expense, and it worked a treat. So yeah, I've got to give it to Akazid, who also submitted that game. It was quite a good lesson. It's we don't get too many 3v3s, but it appears if you can weaken sufficiently 2 of the opponents, it does not matter if the third opponent, in this case Acero, develops at a normal speed. You're basically looking at 2 weakened opponents and 1 full strength versus 2 full opponents who can spread down and take out the stronger elements of that team, and you will be left with an advantage, and it's an advantage you should be able to turn into a winning advantage, especially if you've got fire cav at the end. Good game. I really enjoyed that one. I can't say for certain what's going on with midweek games at the moment. I'm not getting the time to do them, simply put. And obviously last week I didn't get the time to do a Sunday game, which is always a bit of a wrench for me because I do like to keep the Sunday schedule going. But thanks for the messages of people asking me where I was. I didn't have COVID or anything like that. It was purely work and personal stuff. Just it had to take priority, and it did. So that was that. But we should be good going forward. One word of sort of update on the Boon GUI mod. I've been in touch with Langbart again. There is a new version of the Boon GUI mod, but I think Langbart is going to have to. I don't know if he's going to keep development on it going. He seems to have reached that inevitable point with optimizing the Boon GUI mod, where no matter what you do, the inherent lag in the game's base code itself. I mean, we've all seen the lag. Anybody who's familiar with Zero AD knows if you get, more than a couple of players, 150 roundabouts population each, the game starts to run like a dog. And so these big, the big 4v4 games, everybody is familiar with the almost stop motion like nature of them. There is a natural point when the Boon GUI was contributing a little bit of delay to it, but Langbart's been trying to optimize it as best he could. Him and I think it's Islan who's helping him work, or was helping him work on it. I'm not certain, but I believe they've reached that theoretical, actual real point where they can optimize it no more. Something has to change. And sadly, although we don't quite know, I'm not aware when Alpha 26 is actually going to come out, but I've reason to believe it might be relatively soon. Again, that particular issue, I don't think it's going to be solved entirely. I think it's too fundamental at the moment. It's a shame. I'm hearing lots about graphical updates, but the Achilles heel of this, otherwise outstanding game, and the community that it stands for, it's still there, and it will continue to be a problem. And can't optimize the Boon GUI mod anymore to make it any better. We are slightly stuck with it. But that's that. I may be upgrading to what could possibly be the last version of Langbart's Boon GUI mod. I know it's got collapsible menus and all sorts of stuff. I need to road test it a bit and see how it works. But for now, we've got a version that works, although it does contribute to lag a bit. But there will be more videos come in, and may or may not have some different visuals if I use that mod. But we will see. We will work with what we've got. Right, well, that's enough waffling for now. I hope you enjoyed that game. Big thanks to Akazid for sending it in. Congratulations to Team 1 and Akazid for showing us that strategy in a 3v3. Maybe you can use that in your games. Teamwork is the key. There was obviously better communication on what they were trying to achieve, and they executed it perfectly for Team 1 there. So a big up to them, and thank you all for watching and not deserting me in droves when I missed a week due to various issues. It's great to be back, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to support the channel, please do drop a like on the video, subscribe, and click the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. Remember, you can now download the replay files for the Zero AD matches that I cover if you want to view them yourself within the game via the Zero AD Newbie Rush replay archive. Links to that and a whole bunch of other great Zero AD related stuff are available in the video description, including how to submit your own game replays for inclusion in a future episode. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.